what's up guys, welcome to the channel. So I'm currently laying under the truck, almost, and I apologize. This video is going to be kind of everywhere just like the last one, which is, I know you guys don't really mind that, but you know, I've been having to do a lot of stuff up here, so I'm trying to find time to do all these videos and stuff. So this video is just going to be showing a few little installs I did on the truck, and hopefully it helps some of you guys that are looking for the same. Also, before I get into it, let me know what you guys want to see for content. I got the X3 right there. I'm going to be doing a few more mods. The next video I'll be showing you a few of the mods I got for it. Obviously this video is going to be more truck related, which I know a lot of you guys love that. So I'm going to be doing more trail riding with the X3 and the truck. Some of the trails are a little too tight for the truck, but we will see what we can do. So I'm on my way back from O'Reilly's. I just actually picked up a alternator, a jumper cable set, and a U-joint / ball joint puller, or press, whatever you want to call it. So I'm gonna go home and do all that stuff. Something's wrong with my batteries. I think they were run down for so long that they're just not wanting to take a charge. So I'm gonna go ahead and jump them and see if they'll jump, and see if the alternator, at least to give them a little bit of a jolt to run. And then I'm gonna install this new alternator. The one from O'Reilly's is like 150 bucks, 170 bucks, something like that. So I know it's not a great one, but I want to see if this solves the issue. I don't know. They have a lifetime warranty on them, so I got this cheap one right here. Now I gotta do the ball joints. Well, I don't gotta do the ball joints. I'm doing the U joints, and they are Spicer. I'll show you guys that once the truck's done idling. But it ain't a cheap one. It puts out higher amps than the one I have in the truck, which is the factory one still. Alright guys, as you guys seen, that bolt, there's the bolts right there. Pull it out. You got your one power connector there, get your ground, and then, you know, when you're putting the new one in, you want to put a rubber mallet. I have that. I'm going to use like some microfibers and towels to kind of cushion it so it's not metal on metal. I use a little pry bar there to get this thing out. It's kind of a pain to get it out of that little cradle type thing, but once it's in, it's pretty good. What I'm going to be doing, I'll probably use that PB blaster when I put the new one in the cradle, or else it's going to be a pain to kind of get in there. But yeah, you can tell this one's seen better days, all rusted up, and I mean, I think it still worked. It's just kind of old. I think it's a 105 amp. The new one's like a 145, I believe, so a little stronger. I know my batteries are still in pretty rough shape, but oh well. Let me kind of go over what I did, guys. You got your like ground right here. You got your connector that goes on top. Then you got two bolts, which go right here, like I showed you. Those are the bolts right there and there. And I'm gonna clean out this little cradle. That's where it sits. Only thing that sucks about this is you gotta take the tension off your belt to get the alternator off. You know, get the belt off the alternator, which is not too hard. It's just you want to have like a breaker bar. I didn't use a breaker bar. I used a bigger ratchet. I don't know if you guys can see it. You can see it down there. Use a little bigger ratchet, so my grandpa's mowing the lawn, super loud. Alright guys, so this is probably the most pain in the ass part about this, is lining up these holes right here. This bolt and this bolt. That's the hardest part. I mean, other than that, it's simple. And like I said, realigning the belt is pretty easy too. It's just kind of a pain, because you gotta take the tension off again, make sure everything's wrapped around everything perfectly. You don't want your belt you know, not wrapped up correctly. You're asking for problems at that point. So bolting the alternator back up, and then I'm gonna be putting the belt back on, crank the truck up, and see how she does. See if I notice anything different. Like I said, the other alternator wasn't broke by any means. Like, I think it was still doing its job somewhat, but the ones from the factory are 105 amp, I believe, and this one's 145. So we're gonna be getting a little bit more juice to the batteries, and I think that's what I need. You know, mainly considering I got, you know, the new switch panel right there. I run a bigger fuel pump. It's just better to have a little bit more power going to these things. You know, the factory alternators are meant to run the truck, not really meant to run much more. You know, they didn't just design it for, you know, all kinds of accessories. And being an 05, you know, they didn't really know much. So, all right, I'm gonna bolt this thing up. Easy as it gets, guys. Just these 2 bolts. The ground goes to it. This one came with, you know, a nut and everything, and this just plugs right in. I'm gonna go ahead and do all that once everything's good to go. I don't want to put power to it right now until everything's good. So I was looking at this is an older belt. There's no like tears in it, but you can kind of tell it's old. That's not gonna be the project for today, although I should have inspected it before I got the alternator, but easy to do either way. So I'm probably gonna pick up another belt this year or this summer, and I'll do a video on that. I'm sorry I'm not really showing you everything I did to do this. Very easy to do, not really a hard job. It's not a hard job at all. Just kind of a pain in some parts. Just getting this out, getting the old one out. Yeah, I got it right here. You can see like a breaker bar you want to use. I don't have any of my tools up here really, other than this cobalt set and a few things in the shed. A few tools in the shed right here, but nothing crazy. Not like my house in Florida, but I use like a little handle for a jack on the end of that ratchet down there, and that way you can get a little bit more you know, leverage on it when you're breaking it loose there. But that works. As you've seen, everything's bolted up. The belt is on properly. It's pretty self-explanatory on the belt. You can look it up on Google. It's easy too. But basically what you want is all the groove sides. You'll see the flat spots we're gonna go. As you can see right there, flat. It's flat on this side. Flat. This is a flat idler pulley. This has got your grooves, so down the groove side. Down there you got your tensioner pulleys right there. That one down there to the left, you can see that's gonna have the grooves. The other part of it does not have the grooves below it. So it's pretty self-explanatory. So easy to do. Everything's bolted up. That thing's ready to go. I'm gonna pull all this stuff out of the engine bay and see if she cranks, and see how the battery's reading and all that. The battery still needs to be charged because it was dead, but we'll see. I'm gonna go ahead and clean this up and see if she cranks. All right, guys. So all good. We're all good to go. Make sure this is right idle. That fuel rail pressure looks good. Well, once she warms up a little bit, you probably see like a 150 range on the fuel temp. Should be down probably around idle. You're probably gonna be around that 4.5 range. That don't matter with you. It's kind of pointless when you're talking about the alternator, but okay, I want this thing idle for a little bit. I'll probably take it for a little drive, and then I gotta get to doing the U-joints on this sucker. Hey, what's up, guys? So today I'm gonna be putting in the U-joints. You guys already seen I did the alternator. The truck's charging right now because I'm just gonna let it charge the batteries all the way up, because the old alternator was shot, so that's why it wasn't completely shot. I was given a little bit of charge, but not enough. So right now I am looking for some stuff to mark the old drive shaft. That way I put it on the exact same way, that way you don't have to rebalance it and stuff. So I'm gonna mark everything and then get started. If you want to measure the cups of the U-joint to know which ones you want, or which ones you need, I mean. Mine were a 1.2 inch, so I'm gonna be using the 1410 Spicer U-joints. If it's measures around 1.4, you'd be using the 1480 Spicer U-joints. And Spicer's as good as it gets, so that's what I'm using. And I'm gonna go ahead and jump into it. I got the U-joint puller you guys seen from O'Reilly's, and I'm gonna go ahead and get started, pull that off, and then I'll kind of show you the rest of the rest of what I have to do. Wherever my little toolkit I have around here, there it is. we'll be using a toolkit to pull off the U-joint straps down there, which kind of breaks free the rear U-joints, and then the front should be pretty easy. All right, so here's what I'm using. I'll be pulling that out of there, and then undoing the straps back there. So should be pretty easy, but we'll see. We'll see. Not too sure the perfect way to do this, but I'm going to be pulling these straps. There's 2 bolts there, and then there's 2 more right there, and then pulling the old drive shaft out. Gonna have to pull that out, a little clip, another one on the other side, and then using this U-joint tool, that box right there, and then swap the new ones in, do the front, and then we're good to go. There's the tool. Press that out, press this out. I gotta press these out. Here's the new, you can rent these from like anywhere. Spicer, here's the new ones. So, these forward ones weren't too bad. A little dirty for sure. But like I mean, still had plenty of grease in them. I'll show you the back ones in a second. The back ones are in a little worse shape, which makes sense because they've probably been underwater quite a bit more than these. And you know, they're a little closer to where dirt's gonna be kicked up from. So now, pull these off. I pulled the clips out of here. I just used needle nose pliers, pretty easy. And now we're just gonna press these out. All right, guys. So drive shaft is in now. The truck is still dead. I haven't charged it fully yet, but I feel like something was wrong with the drive shaft. I felt like this back one right here was pretty hard to get in. The U-joint was hard to press in. It didn't feel right. Kind of felt like it was somewhat, I wouldn't say binding, but it felt, I don't know, it didn't feel right. And so I did a little bit on it to see if I could fix how tight it was. I might have to get a new drive shaft. Probably not though. But it felt a little tighter than the front was after I put the new ones in. So hopefully it holds up well. I'll take it off and check it probably in a month or so, or a couple weeks, and just see if it loosened up at all. I don't drive it too much up here, because I don't feel like getting pulled over all the time, even though I won't get tickets, but it's kind of annoying. So that's all done. As you guys see, the alternator is in. Alternator is doing good. It's just the fact that these batteries are so run down and haven't been fully charged in months. So that's kind of what I'm running into right now. So I got a 50 amp boost charge on it, and then a 10 amp charge. And then once it's up to a decent amount, I'm gonna throw in that smart charger I have, which is a 3.5 amp. So, yep, that's it. Got a few more mods gonna be doing to the X3, which is right there. I wouldn't say like crazy mods, but it's gonna be more of adjustments to fix it and make it ride a little bit better. It rides good. It's just I want to kind of just mess with it a little bit more. So, yeah, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it was helpful for some of you guys wanting to do both of these jobs, the alternator and U-joints. I didn't show you too much of the U-joints. I was kind of getting frustrated. It was actually a pretty easy job, other than the fact that that rear one was kind of tight. So, oh, another thing is, some people were asking me if I moved up here. I'm actually in Michigan right now. No, I did not move up here. We have a house up here, which is that little tiny house right there, smaller than my truck. We have a house up here. A lot of my family's from up here. No, I didn't move up here. I still live in Panama City, but we come up here every summer. So I do apologize for the video, the inconsistent video posting. I really do apologize for that. I do plan on getting better, but it's kind of been a hectic start to the summer up here because we're just trying to get everything situated. My grandpa's, you can hear him on the lawnmower. He's not doing too hot as far as health goes and dementia and stuff like that. So that's kind of why I've been inconsistent. Obviously family's first, but I don't want to leave you guys out either. So I'm doing my best, guys. Just bear with me, and you know, I'll get back to some great content and, you know, more action and stuff like that. I know a lot of you guys like the installs and stuff like that as well, but I want to be, you know, using the GoPro more. So trust me, I'll be back to it. But yeah, I hope you enjoy this video.